Hello again. Here we are. We're just going to use the ball and do a little bit of heart openers. And I'm moving up. The colors are getting a little less vibrant green, starting to move up to the throat chakra. But as we're moving up, let's expand. We have this root, small space, moving into duality of second chakra, where life takes place. And then in that duality, we come up to the third chakra, stepping forward the right to our own power. Power over, be powered over, finding the just right space. Then when we come up to the heart, space here, front and back, expansion, what I want us to start really feeling is, where's the block? Finding the tools to release, and then in recognizing how do we expand, stretch the tissues. Remember we talked about the issues living in the tissues. Let's stretch the fascia. We build the body we need to survive the charge from our childhood, and even in looking at all of the parts as we go in. 21 years through the chakras, roughly, don't make it perfect science here. Then again and again. So often, here we are, whatever age you're at, where do you think you're really manifesting and growing from in this place? So in the heart, we talked about, I was going to do some couples work, and that's another workshop that I'll do. So what I wanted to do is give support for us to be able to get what we need in the stretching by using our resources as we release some old block trauma and charge. What do we pull back in for a resource? We have the VU, we have the ground, we have the stomping, we have the mind, we have the opening up with the bioenergetic exercises, we have the sponsorship and the support, we have the breath, we have our feet, we have our hands, we have our sound. As we come up to this small space from this wide space, but to get through this small space in the heart, I want you to come, maybe you grab a chair. If you don't have a counter here accessible to you, come and grab a chair. I'll grab a chair. I think that will feel right. This is a chair that I love. It was also from my spa, my beautiful friend Sandy. She got me this, she found it for me. So here we go. Just gonna stretch my hand here, open up. Expansion. Maybe I want to wrap my hand around the back. Nice. Maybe I grab two chairs, but really ground, come up, ready? I can feel that. And then we can just roll our ball. Here we go. Here's the chair, here's the ball. Look at the tools. And now, if we don't want to get right on the ground, when we were doing the puppy pose, you can surrender in, feel it, opening up the heart, and then lean your head on the chair. Maybe you look up. Maybe you push off the chair, really stretching. And then you can really access the ground. I'm on the ball for support, but really my legs fired up. I feel it. Hands behind, shoulders back and down, wings fired to the ground. Expansion. So here's a few choices. And now, as I hold this support, just slide my arm. Just slide my arm here. And I turn, and I open. Feel this? See these options? I want you to just start thinking, I can't do that. Oh, yes, I can. I can do anything. I have choices. I'm holding here. Then stretching. And then you can hold your body. See the choices, chair. We have a solid, firm ground to hold on to. We have our ball. We have our surrender, all these expansions for heart opener. I so just want to go back, roll down, and open my heart. Let's do it. You doing it with me? Here we are, really starting to think. We're following the charge. That's what's starting to happen. Learning about the chakras, the energy systems, the chakra system. And so I work within the systems. I work in the integumentary system, which is the skin. Fired up, my feet are down. Are you doing this with me? As we're chit-chatting, we're working here. And thinking about the respiratory system, the nervous system, all of the systems that create you. Start thinking, what are my heart systems I'm reaching? Cardiac, thoracic, I mean also my connections out, my connections back in. Where do I lock? Where do I grow? Where do I stop? And to meet yourself there, in this heart space, giving yourself a effing break, giving yourself love. I'm pushing up. I'm using the ground, pushing up, and I'm surrendering that vulnerable space. And then we talked about the counter pose, which is nice. So come on in here. Squeeze your knees. Remember we did the cat cow? Here. Let's do it here. I think it'd be better if I roll back and show you. Excuse me, chair. Here, see the rounding? And even holding here, I'm holding my ankles, pushing up, looking up. And I'm coming to you often to do this work, not stretched, but do a little yoga practice after. You know, even in all the bits and all the ways of doing this expansion, knowing that we all have locks and blocks, some grooves that we'd like to regroove in a new way. And sometimes they catch us. So instead of resisting and resisting and fighting, notice if you do this. And then maybe in sponsorship, you take yourself hand to hand. You take yourself hand to hand. Shoulders back and down. My hands are on a firm platform here. We're just gonna, I have the ground here. Just gonna lean in and lean back. Holding yourself here. I'm gonna take my pinchers, my hands, and hold on. Really, if I was to let go, I would fall. You could try this with a friend. Try this with yourself. What comes up here? When you come out, good job. We're moving up to the throat. Maybe you just sit. You just feel this. Maybe you take that chair. You sit right down on it. Here's some ground for me. Hands around the back. Open your chest. Close. Open. Close. Start noticing. How do I sit? And if you find yourself sitting like this, remember, we don't have to be beating ourselves up. That's not what we're doing here. Self-compassionate care. I'm all connected. I'm all clinched up what's going on. And even here, as I'm working with you, I wanted to wear this soft thing, and it's flouncy, and it's moving around, and I can hear myself in this shaming, and I say, oh, come on, girl. Come on in. I got you. Got you. We are enough. We are everything. And in all the places that we feel the locks, the blocks coming up, let's meet ourselves here with compassion, compassionate self-care. Let's find a way to meet ourselves here with this compassion, no matter what. And as you build this cord to self-love, it all melts away. All of the bits all of the pieces. All of the pieces melt away, and then we go down and we pick up. We recollect those pieces of ourselves. We bring them back in with self-compassionate care and love. And so as we move through this, I want you to consider a body brush. These body brushes you can get on Amazon. Body brushes. Really starting to notice, what is it like? What is it like to touch myself, to brush myself? This brushes off dead skin cells. I suggest doing this on your body. Moisturizing with oil. I love to use coconut oil, jojoba oil, anything that's non-comedogenic. But even with clothes on, seeing what this feels like. And then here at the feet. Come on in. It's your heart. We're still there. Oh, it feels so nice. Of course, I do this for everybody, all my clients. How often have I done this for you, Nat? Not enough. But I'm doing it today. And I say thank you for coming and doing this for me. Oh, it feels so good. And in the waves, at the end, you will get the written up aspects of the points. But here, press your feet. And then notice, see, I'm slunching over. So I go ground, do, 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 power. I come back. I hold myself. Sometimes if I want to just go easy like that, I give myself that break. Yeah. All right, I've been working hard. I'm a little tired. Or I find another way to attend. Body position, come up. Here you are, Nat. Brushing. We brush away. We brush away. We brush the skin cells. Those skin cells, they do so much. Oh my gosh, it's magnificent. Magnificent. Mark Hyman, Dr. Mark Hyman, beautiful doctor, does great work, says that as we walk into a room, our cells are redirecting, reconnecting, rewiring, like billions of times in a second. That's how mighty we are. That's how incredible we are. When you're like, I'm bored, I'm lazy, I'm this, I'm that, I'm doing nothing. Yeah, well, I want to say to you, I call on that. Your cells are doing billions of things to stop free radicals from coming on in and creating dis-ease in your body. Ah, see how awesome you are? See how awesome? So do the brushing. Oh, or maybe you hand it to your friend, your love, your beloved child. And you say, hey, would you give my body a little brush? And then in return, when it feels right, you offer it back. But maybe not today. Maybe today you just need it, just for you. And notice the want to give. You get, oh, I just give it right back. I'm gonna ask you to hold a little. This work is for you. That's why I haven't done the hand massage for the other yet. I can feel, so quick to give out. So just keep practicing that hand massage for you. We'll keep going. I'm not a liar. We're getting to the truth, I promise. But now here we have this effleurage. Remember? Effleurage. Top part of our body, right here. And when we think about the thoracic, this cardiac region, I'm gonna come up here. This is nice, actually. Thank you, Sandy, for my awesome chair. And then she got a pillow to match. Mwah. Send this to you. Here we are. Oh, now this feels nice. Can you get in a position like this so you could touch your feet? Remember squeezing in solar plexus? Okay, well, where the solar plexus is, we just want to come up one bit. And right in the foot pads. Come, take your hands, grab them with me. I'm going to work from the ones, the inside, the parts of our body, as we've learned, in the meridians, the ones out right now. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm gonna, it's not always easy with the thumbs, so grab whatever works for you. Take your hands, we're not using oil. What we're doing is we're just moving through right here, right in this place. Hello, foot. In this place here. Really mindful right there. There's a tendon that runs, it's very sensitive. Some people who have really need a lot of pressure. And if you have diabetes, be very gentle and careful. You probably need a little more pressure, and that's okay. Just be mindful. Maybe you're asking someone else to help you. So I'm going to show it this way, then come. But this place, we're walking in, we're walking out, we're staying right in this place here. This is where our shoulders, as we move up, we're going to the neck, but our shoulders, our heart, our back here on the edges, right? Noticing the sides of our body in each foot, even. This magnificent work, and then coming up to the toe, the same. The toe, whole body, from the tip to the bottom. So if we're working just on the toe, where are we? We're right there. That's right, we're right there. Right in that middle place, and turn and hook. That's the solar plexus. So in the middle of the toe, on the opposite side where your fingernail, your toenail is, you turn and you hook up. And then if you want, for the chi, you press on the side knuckle. Walking all the way around, hot cross buns, remember? Just like our hands, the front and the back, the side and the side. So now coming back here into our soul. I have some great guides that I'll refer to you. Our soul work, soul footwork for reflexologists, and all of the people that I am quoting in the written literature and in my YouTube videos. Always give credit. Credit to all our amazing teachers. Credit to you and to me. Let's give credit to ourselves. We're moving back out. And if it feels like, oh, this is kind of hard to do, then we switch. Thumb, thumb. Here we go. And I'm right here on this foot pad. I'm starting right here at the line. I will send you the foot so you'll see it. You're going to get everything you need. Right now, this feels so good. So as we close in the heart and move up to the right to our own truth, I've enjoyed being here, teaching, sharing, growing, learning. I'm doing the swiggles. We got the caterpillar and then the swirls. I like to do both. Just keep loving yourself. Keep moving in that space in the foot. Say it's this inch. Just move along like a typewriter. And then up the meridian. So we go through, we go up, and we push in like the Play-Doh on the ground. And then get some coconut oil. Give yourself a whole foot massage. Do these things. What's that you say? That's right. The front foot. Always remembering the front foot. Following the same pattern. And then really considering, like the hands, just take a nice little walk. In between the bones. Take a nice walk there. That fascia. Thank your feet for serving you. Thank your heart for serving you. Thank your body for serving you. Remember your vu. If this gets a little uncomfortable, okay. Push that growing edge a little bit more. Just stretching. We're not ripping and tearing, and then we've got a lot to come back and redo. That can happen. It's okay if that happens. I'm just switching my feet because I want to even myself out. And as I sit here now, I have my foot here, up, not solid on the ground. You know what? When it's up, it feels good. And that's okay too. That reminds me, I had to pull up. I had to pull up in my life so much. Coming right out, I had to hold up in the root. And that, for me, is the nothingness. What would a little infant know about having to pull up and hold? Well, some of us know it so well. And I honor those bits of us. And the mothers who did their very best, and still their nothingness caught them. The trauma and the bits. In the heart, we think about grief, think about sad. I'm sorry for your sad. I feel it come right up. And I'm just rubbing my feet, and that happens, right? And what do? We move it, we blow it, we touch it, we let it have space. If we resist, now we're fighting ourselves. And I will fight for you. I don't want to fight you. I want to ask you to not fight yourself. I want you to come into yourself. And then we just finish with the top. Finish at the top. I told you I'd tell you a little bit. This is my tattoo, my best friend tattoo. I got this in my 40s. My best friend, Debbie, met her in 6th grade. We walked into this really awesome tattoo parlor. Everybody was like, really, really, really amazing. And and I was a little intimidated, right? I was so afraid when I turned 40, my mother was going to be so mad at me for getting tattoos. That's literally how I felt. And I walked in, and all of these people covered in tattoos. Yay, best friend tattoos! Sammy and I just laughed so hard. And so she and I have the same one. I got all the colors. She has these beautiful, beautiful dark blues and purples. So lovely. And I told you I'd tell you about this tattoo. That'll be for the next video. It's my 5th chakra tattoo with a heart and my truth. I'm thinking of what a beautiful experience this has been, and I've really valued all of the great teachings that I've been offered and anything I can share to you. I hope you take this in bits, and I hope in your heart you keep coming back here. You keep returning. You keep recollecting. You keep finding all of that part that needs to be touched, reaching out, trusting, coming back in. And I hope you give yourself a bleep and break. I hope you go slow. And I hope when you feel you're going so fast, you honor how fast you can go, how awesome you are, how incredible you are to have all of these skills, to have survived, and now to want to thrive, and to come in with self-compassionate care. Just go easy. Just play this sometimes when you're walking or when you're driving in the car. You don't need to watch. You just need to do whatever feels right for you. I hope that this experience here in the heart, the beautiful flowers from a beautiful love. Oh my gosh, Mother's Day. It just passed. My son worked so hard at school, came out. His grades are incredible. So proud of him. What do you need, Mom? It's right there. My daughter made me my absolute favorite chocolates. I can't even find words to describe how there's some still in my fridge, and I can't wait to have some later. I get to have chocolate every day. I make sure I have a little chocolate. I made a promise to myself about 11 years ago for that one. My husband, well, he just always finds new and wonderful ways to celebrate me and to love me. And I'm so fortunate for that. And we were able to celebrate his mom up in heaven. And after 30 years of being with my husband, I learned even more about him. Took the time to ask him, how is it for you, Mother's Day? His mom passed away when we were 25. She was sick for a long time. And earlier I said, when I was punching cancer, my father's mother died of cancer. I was really saying my husband's mother. I thought it was very interesting. My husband's been like a father to me, and it's true. I don't mean it in an ick way. He's been a father, mother, best friend. He's been my friend. And I'm asking us to be here and befriend ourselves. And then those loves come, and we see and allow more of it. Didn't always allow it all the richness in, all the goodness, all the softness, all the gentleness. Those 2 beautiful, beautiful swags I have back there, those are my mom's. Yeah, after she passed, I just wrapped myself in all the bits that I could have. And she still shows up for me. And I allow it now. Just food for thought for everybody out here, okay? Finding the ways in which we allow love in. And then finding the ways in which we allow the love we deserve in. My husband got me this. This is the Bell Lotus for Christmas. I remembered getting it and started to cry because I closed my business and I was shifting into a new place. More healing modalities and less aesthetic care. And then I said, "Ah, I still have my lotus and my business and even more. Look at this, even more. It's the lens in which we see. Namaste to you. We're moving up now. Go slow. We go together. We go.